started. Anything else from homework stuff?
Yeah. Professor, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me actually pull it up really quick. I'm sorry, I didn't have it ready. It was the question on 3.1, 3-1 about, let me pull up my stats stuff. There it is. Okay, sorry about this. Ugh. Okay, so it was the question about write the Hyundai advertised as a fraction. Do you just want the rise over run for the fraction? Is that what that's asking for?
Yeah. So you basically answered it in number one. They just want it as a ratio.
Okay, so 1000 over 22.09.
No.
No, I didn't think so. All right.
So look, read the last sentence here. 2209 per thousand.
1000. Oh,
Just the other way around. Yeah.
okay. Okay. I stared at that for a long time and I had some trouble with it. So thank you. That actually answers it for me. Thank you.
A watched kettle never boils, and a watched math problem never solves. I'll add that to my list of things that sound wise. All right. Anybody else questions from homework or anything? You guys doing okay out there? I do worry about you guys. All right. So nothing? Everybody's okay? All right, so let's talk about this. When is the next quiz scheduled?
Is it this Thursday?
Yeah, buddy. So let's go ahead and move that to Monday. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Anybody have an issue with me moving that quiz to Monday? I've already changed the due date, so if anybody did have an issue, I would just say, I'm the teacher, I'm going to do it anyway. Nah. But still, I wanted to hear you out if you did have a problem with it. So I just want to give you guys a little more time to finish those sections. We haven't even talked about 3-4 yet, so I figured I would hold off on it for a little bit. Any questions about that? Sorry.
Yeah, would we have until midnight to do them on Monday?
Well, no. No, because I try to get you guys to make I try to make the homework due date in such a way that I could possibly grade what you've done before you have to take the quiz. If you turn it in on time. Does that make sense?
No, I mean the quiz.
Oh, the quiz.
Yeah.
What do I always do with quizzes? Do I ever make them do the same
Yeah,
day that you start them?
as a homework, yeah.
Sorry?
You give us a time.
Yeah, I give you.
With the quizzes, it's not with the just regular quiz. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not going to be due that same night or something. Yeah.
Second day at the morning. Last time we do
Yep.
everything last day.
Yep. Okay. So is that all right? So let's see. Okay. All right. Anything else, guys? Any other questions? Homework questions? Technical questions? Okay. All right. So let's get back into if there's no questions. All right. So let me show you something I put up here. I don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time on this today, but I want to show you this. All right, let me become a student and then show it to you. So if you come down to Unit 3, oops, there it is. There's now a solving general equations option. And I give you some more examples. I mean, we've done equations like this. And I'm showing like a lot of work here explaining everything. You with me? That's why it's so long. Okay, and then here's the check. There's some examples. And then there's some more practice. I actually have the answer key. I'm going to put the answer key up for this sometime in the next couple days, so you can kind of check yourself against it. Are there any? Now look at this one. Doesn't this one look exciting? Or would you use a different word? I don't know. Let's do this. Let's do this one. And by the way, all right. This is not an exact analogy, and I'm not saying that I'm Yoda, but I always think about that scene when Luke is like, I can't lift my spaceship out of the water. Yoda, crazy little Yoda. It's too big. So, all right, I'm sorry. I'll stop right there with my geekiness. People look at this problem and they say, oh my God, that's going to be so hard. Look at all this. Who cares? Don't look at the entire problem at once. What is the first thing you have to do in this problem? What's the only thing you should worry about at first?
The brackets.
Yeah. Parentheses. I got to distribute. I don't care about this guy. I don't care about that guy. I don't care about any of the other shit. I just care about right here. So I think a major problem with students who can't, who aren't very good at mathematics is because you somehow believe you're supposed to keep the whole problem in your head. Holy shit. So right now, all I'm caring about is what's 2 times 4. That is all I care about at first. And that is not hard. So I just kind of write stuff that's there. And somebody help me. What's 2 times 4?
8.
Holy shit. And then you bring the 2, of course, to the negative 2x. And what's that? 2 times negative 2x?
4x.
Minus 4x. And then there's a minus x here, right? So you just kind of write everything that's there. There's the equal sign. All right, what do you get here?
5 minus 5x.
Minus who?
3x.
3x. And then this is still here, right? Okay, that still looks like a lot of stuff, but again, I don't care. Don't look at everything at once. All I care about right now on this side, for example, what are my like terms?
The x's.
Yeah. So what do I end up with? How many x's do I end up with? 6x minus 4x minus another x?
X.
I love it. And of course, there's the plus 8. So all the x's consolidate into this, and then the plus 8's like, wait, don't forget me. Oh shit. All right, now the same thing on the other side. Right? What do I get for my numbers? All right, you guys stop playing with me. It's fine. Okay. And then what do I get for my letters?
Plus x.
Plus x. All right. I like it. Now look at that. 1, 2 steps, and it looks so much better. Combine, and then I combine what I can. Now, what's the next step? Now, this is why I'm doing it with you, is because
Professor, are you still there?
Yeah, he froze for me too.
Okay, so perhaps is he back? No. Wi-Fi is still acting up today, I guess.
that was exciting. Sorry if I'm interrupting a conversation. Well, nothing's ever perfect, apparently. Dadgummit. Whatever, man. All right. Let me get back. Oh, that sucks, man. Everything I just did is gone. Oh well.
I think
That's.
is he frozen for any of you guys?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can anyone hear me? No? Hello?
We can hear you only. We can see.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right,
I
hold
can hear
on.
you.
You're like very extremely choppy.
Mhm.
Oh, come on with this. Are you kidding me? All right, sorry guys, hold on. Let me check what's going on. I absolutely love Okay, so it's not that. I have good connection. I have no packet loss. Let me see. Let me try. Am I moving? No,
Yeah.
I'm moving?
No, still freeze. Yeah, still freeze.
All right. So I won't make you look at me except for my still picture. Okay. All right. I don't know what the shit. All right. Sorry, guys. Ugh! Everything I did is gone. No, I think I remember where we left off. Hold on. I think we had x plus, what was it? 8 equals 17 plus x, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, everybody, let's cross your fingers. I'm sure you guys all get kind of excited when that happens. It's like, ooh, is that it for class? Oh, he's back. Damn. All right, I understand. All right. So somebody help me out. What has anybody figured out what the next step is here? The last thing I was trying to tell you is what's in the wrong place, and then everybody disappeared, but I actually disappeared. What? Anybody can tell me what's in the wrong place?
The
X
plus
Okay,
x.
so how would I kill this x,
Yeah.
for example?
minus X
Huh? Sorry?
minus X.
Minus x. So I got a minus x on both sides. And here's where you guys get so cute. You claim to hate letters in your math, but then when they're about to die, you desperately try to save them. I'll save you. No, just let the thing die. What's x minus x?
0. No
0.
x.
What's x minus x?
0.
0.
Still 0. Okay, now what does this mean? Don't just circle this.
That is
I just proven that 8 equals 17.
no solution.
Good. I like it. It's no solution because this is never true, which means this can never be true. Okay. How you guys doing out there? Is that all right? Let me see what happens. Oh, shoot, I've got a chat. Oh, that is really weird. Okay, sorry. Somebody just sent me a chat about a weird Zoom message they just got from Zoom. I don't know what that means. All right. Let me try this. Let me try this again. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. All right. How am I moving normal? Are you guys still there? Can you hear me? Hello?
It's a lot better. It's a lot better.
Better, but it's not normal. No.
I'm not normal.
The freeze and
I think we're seeing
and
you in like 3
walk and
frames a
freeze and
second.
walk. Yeah.
It's kind of like when a room is dark with a strobe light. Looks like everything's moving in slow motion.
All right. I don't want to disturb anybody. So I'll go dark. Okay. All right, guys. So, well, that is not good because, well, I guess I'm going to have to just change up what I was going to do. No worries. I can do what I was going to do on a whiteboard on Zoom instead of on my actual whiteboard. That's fine. So let me do this. All right, guys. Oh, come on. You're on the wrong screen. Hold on. Why are you on the wrong screen? Don't do that to me. Come over here. Show up on that screen. Why are you going over there? Why are you doing this to me? Hold on, everybody. There we go. Can you see my whiteboard? Oh, no, you can't. Come on, you could do it. Why are you doing this to me? Hold on, sorry. Old man with technology. Here we go. Now you can see my whiteboard, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Woo! So let's try this. Here we go. We are done with section 3.3. Actually, let me do a problem. Let me do an example of a problem. The last problem we did. Does somebody remember what to do with something like this?
Cross multiply.
Good. So that means you do 11 times x equals 7 times 3 is. Thanks, everybody.
20. Yeah, 21.
That's all right. And then,
It
of
wouldn't
course,
come out of my mouth.
that's all good. It's all good. So I showed you why this is true last time. It's a shortcut. It only works when I have one fraction equals one fraction. Does everybody understand? People learn cross multiply and then you try to use it everywhere. No, no, no. It only directly works if I have one fraction equals one fraction. There are some other creative things I could do with it, but that requires you to be a little more advanced. So right now we got one fraction equals one fraction. That's the only time we can do it. And of course, what's the last step to solve for x?
Divide by 11.
But by 11.
Divide by 11. Yeah, get out of here, question mark. And you can just leave your answer, get in there. Bam! I like it. I like it. So the cross multiplication is in our toolbox, whatever the hell kind of weird analogy you want there. Okay. So we're about to get into section 3.4, which is all about inequalities. Oh, I'm not used to this whiteboard. All right. Inequalities. Can somebody please tell me, how do you read that symbol?
Less than.
Less.
Yeah, less than. So I would say is less than. So it'd be blank is less than blank, right? So if I've got this, that would be 8 is less than 11, which is ground shaking. Okay. I like it. Everybody with me? And of course, doesn't this symbol look like an L that just sort of fell over a little bit?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's less than. It's the one that looks like an L. Do you have any trouble with that? Okay. Is this a true statement? So here's 1, 2. Is this true? Is this true? Not this statement, because that would be some weird philosophical. Is the statement, is this true? True. Oh, all right, stop. Is this true? A true statement? Anybody?
Yes.
No.
Ooh, neat. I got dissension in the ranks. All right. Anybody else want to vote? Is this true? Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean it's equal
Yeah.
to. It's equal to, but it's not less than.
But how do you say this symbol? How do you translate this?
Equal to or less than.
Good is less than or equal to. So it doesn't have to be both. There's no way you could be both less than and equal to. It just has to be one of them. So this is a true statement because 8 does equal 8. Is that okay? You guys okay out there? Less than
Yeah.
or equal to. You could be either one and it would be true.
It's
But
the
of
more,
course is sorry.
it's the more inclusive bouncer, right? The guy that lets more.
Yeah,
people
the
in.
or exactly the bouncers. Or is the one that's more inclusive. I like it. So what about this? Is this a true statement?
No.
No.
Hell no. That's obviously false. 8 cannot be less than itself. That is neat. All right, so I just want to lay some groundwork, remind you what inequalities mean. There are these symbols, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than equal to. And you also have this symbol. What does this symbol mean? It's kind of obvious, I think.
11 is not equal to 15.
Good, so this means not equal to. Good Lord, Jeff. My first language is scribble. Okay. All right, so just want to lay some groundwork there. Let me erase this stuff here. Okay, there we go. Let me see, draw. So now what we're going to do, let's start off with a couple other things. So what does this statement mean?
X is less than or equal to 4.
Yeah, so how many answers are there to this statement, this inequality?
Infinite, right?
Yeah, somebody give me an idea of an answer to this statement. What's one answer to the statement?
4.
All right, somebody else give me another answer.
3.
3.
2.
2.
1.
1. Earth below. Oh, sorry.
0 minus 1.
No, nobody. All right. How
Minus
about
1.
3.71926?
Yes.
I love how everybody goes for these guys, and this guy's like, I exist too. All right, but a lot of numbers exist, right? So would you like me to have you list all the answers to an inequality like this? How long would it take to list all the answers to this inequality?
Forever.
Forever, and then more time. Beyond forever. Because now real quick, let me just blow your mind a little bit. How many numbers are there between 4 and 3?
An infinite?
Infinite number. Give me one example of a number between 4 and 3. I already did, but
3.2.
2. Okay, I love it. How many numbers are between 3.2 and 3?
A lot still.
More than a lot.
Infinite.
Infinite. Give me a number between 3.2 and 3.
3.23. Right?
Careful.
No. 3.21.
No.
No,
3.1.
3.1.
0.
I like it.
0.
3.1. 3.1. How many numbers? All right, I can keep going forever, right? How many numbers are between 3.2 and 3.1? Infinite number. Infinite number. Every time you split it. All right, sorry. I'm motioning to the camera now, and I keep forgetting you can't see me. Anyway, all right. So there's like even more than an infinite number, because there's an infinite number between any two numbers, and there's an infinite number. Holy crap. All right, so it's just a lot of numbers. So all of that was just to say I don't want to have to list the answers. So there must be another way to give answers for a problem like this. So another way we do this is visually. So if I make a number line, the most important point is 4. On which side of 4 are all the answers?
Left going to minus.
All right, so on the left side, right? On the left
Yeah.
side of 4 are all the answers. Does somebody know what we do to show that the answers are over there?
Open a bracket. It's not a bracket. I don't know what's called.
Yeah, I'm actually right now trying to quickly remember what this book uses. I don't know. They don't show me. Let's see. They don't show any examples. That's kind of evil. All right. So what am I going to do? Let's do the real thing then. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to shade where the answers are. And then I'm going to agree with what Wafa just said. So some of you guys might remember, I don't know, some of you guys might remember you put a closed circle here. Right? Because here's the idea. I want to shade the answers. Shade where the answers are. Is 4 an answer to this?
Yes.
Yes, because 4 is definitely less than or equal to 4. It's equal to. So that's why I shade the circle in. Another way to do this graphically is to still shade where the answers are, but then I put a bracket. Has anyone ever seen that symbol before for inequalities?
Yes.
Obviously you have.
I haven't.
And this kind of sucks that my video is not working too well because I like to teach this using Dragon Ball. Anybody ever seen Dragon Ball?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Goku puts his hands out and out shoots the
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha wave. Whee! Anyway, so that's what I like to do. So it's too bad. Now, can you guys, quick second, I'm going to let you pick either way you want to do this, whichever way you're more comfortable with. Can you just graph this? Just graph that real quick. All right. So let's see. The most important point is 7. You can put other points if you really feel like it, but I don't care. What symbol did somebody choose to put on the 7? Am I still here? Hello? Okay.
Yes.
Circle?
What kind of circle? Just a circle?
Circle or
You put
brackets.
a closed circle, right? Closed
Yeah, I
circle.
want to
Correct.
shade the circle in because is 7 an answer to this? Yes, because it's allowed to equal. And which way am I going to shade?
Right.
I'm going to shade up. And the funny thing is, if the variable is on this side, the inequality symbol is an arrow pointing in the direction you shade. Isn't that kick-ass? All right. So this kind of makes sense. So that's the easy stuff. Are these problems always going to start with X already by itself? Hell no. We know what to do now if it doesn't. So for example, oh, this is going to take forever. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to erase all this. Everybody ready? Does everybody have this here? Okay, here we go. I can't see anybody now. So at any moment, I could lose connection and I wouldn't know. And you guys could all pretend like I lost connection and then class would end and I would be sad and you would be happy and it would be terrible. Anyway, so I'm going to keep going as if everybody's there. So I could get a question like this. Let's start over again. So actual problems. Sure, I like it. All right, so how would if it was in the form X with a symbol and a number, I would know how to graph it, right? So the whole idea is the same idea solving equations. I want to get X by itself. So what would you do first to try to work in that direction? I want to get X by itself.
Add the 2 to 14.
Exactly. So all the steps that we've learned already still apply. There is one thing that's a little different that we'll talk about in a minute. And then what's the last thing you do here?
Divide 4 by 16.
Like divide 16 by 4. And you get, of course, 4. And then you go to graph it. You put a 4. You could put a closed circle or you could put a bracket, either one you want to do. Shade that way because that's the way the arrow points. Okay. I like it. So what about, let's see, what was it going to do next? I've already forgotten. Oh, all right. So what about, real quick, what about this? Let's just do a really tiny one because we haven't really talked about this yet. Oh, good. I can see somebody. So So this is a nice quick one. How do I solve this guy?
-1.
Holy shit, right? -1. So x is greater than 5. Now, what's the difference here? Is it allowed to equal 5?
No.
No. So that's why the circle that I put on it, I just don't shade it, because I only shade where the answers are. The other way you could do this, to go along with the bracket idea, I could put a parenthesis. This is the one that actually looks more like Goku's cupped hands shooting the Kamehameha wave. There we go. That's the reaction I want. All right, now, here's the only weird thing about solving inequalities, and let me prep you for this. All right, here we go. Here's a major crazy question. Which one of these is bigger? Which of these numbers is bigger?
2.
Holy crap. So I would put it like this, correct?
Yes.
I like it because the alligator wants to eat the bigger thing if you like the alligator. I don't. It's just that way because it is. What happens if I divide or multiply both sides by -1, by a negative number? What is 2 divided by -1?
-2.
-2. And what's -1 divided by -1?
1.
1. Now, which one of these is bigger?
1.
The 1 is. What happened to the sign?
It changed.
It had to flip. It had to flip. So anytime you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, the sign has to flip. Why does that make sense? Because at first I have -1 and 2, right? And 2 is bigger because it's on the right side. 2 is the bigger one. When I multiply by -1, they become this. They switch. Do you guys understand what I'm saying at all? Maybe? So of course, when I divide or multiply by -1, the one that's bigger has now the other side because they switch what side of 0 they're on. They actually switch what side of each other they're on. Okay, I don't know if you guys, does that sound familiar to anybody? You guys remember having to do that? Anybody? Yes, okay. I don't know if anybody's ever shown you this. It's a very quick thing to show why the sign has to flip. So what would I do then if I had this here? How would I solve this? Over here.
-4.
Good. Subtract 4. So you get -x greater than, what's 2 minus 4? -2. And then what's the last thing I would do?
-1.
Again, sorry.
Divided by -1.
Divided by, because there's an understood 1 here, right? So I divide it by -1. So then I get x, and I get a 2, and what goes in the middle?
Greater than.
No.
Switch to less than.
Flip. Yeah, you have to flip.
So every time you divide it, you have to flip it.
Every time you divide it by what?
1.
Minus.
No.
Minus.
Every time you divide it or multiply it by a negative number. And the thing we did up here explains why does it happen? Because that's what numbers do. When you divide them by a negative number, they change what side of 0 they're on. So all the relationships flip. I really want that just to make complete sense. So let me show you. All right, now watch. And then I could graph this, whoop-de-doo, put a little 2, put a little open circle, less than, yay. Can you, by the way, before I forget, okay, can we check this? Sort of. Pick a number that is supposedly an answer. Can somebody give me a number that is supposedly an answer? What's a number that's an answer here? Give me a number that's an answer.
1.
1. Kick ass, because 1 is right there. It's part of what's been shaded. So if I let x equal 1, let's check. -1 plus 4 greater than 2. Is 3 greater than 2? Check. Now, this isn't really a complete check because you could still be wrong. You could actually put everything in the wrong place, but at least that one works, and it makes sense that it must be shaded with where 1 is. All right, so that's the best you could do for checking. I really want you guys with me here. Here we go. So let me show you this problem. I would never, ever solve this problem the way I'm about to, but I want to really, like, oh shit, I missed the chat. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, so watch. I'm gonna start over with this problem. Crap. Hold on. If things will cooperate. There we go. All right. I'm gonna do some weird stuff. I'm gonna add x. You don't even have to write this down if you don't want to. Would you ever do that? No. Then I'm gonna subtract 2. Can somebody read this for me? What does this say?
2 greater than x.
2 is greater than x. That means that x is how related to 2. If 2 is bigger than x, x is
Less than 2.
Less than.
less than 2. You can just read it this way. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the same thing we got over here? So if we did not flip the sign, we would have gotten the wrong answer. Period. That's the only thing about inequalities that is majorly different from solving equations. And to be really honest, if I want to be kind of silly here, somebody got this? Can I go ahead and erase all this? You didn't really have to write that down. I'm going to erase it. I don't hear anybody complaining. Here we go. But, what was I about to do? I have no idea. That's getting old, kids. All right. I was about to do something and it's gone. All right. Damn. So let me do this. Let me do this. I'm going a little crazy here. How's my video look now? Is it still freaking out?
No, it's good.
I'm good. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Yeah, I don't like what the book has got. It's kind of, yeah, let's do that. I like it. All right, we'll do this one here. All right, can you guys do part B here real quick? And then I want to talk about part A. Another one. Okay, guys, who's got that done? What do you do first on part B?
Divided by 4.
No?
Not -4, sorry.
Okay. That cancels. You have an A, you have a -5, and what symbol goes in the middle?
Less than or equal to.
Good, less than or equal to. Just got to flip that bad boy there. I like it. All right, now look at part A. Why is part A look worse?
Because it's multiplied by a fraction.
Yeah, it's got a freaking fraction in there. So tell me this. I'm just gonna try to get to the point directly. What would I multiply 2/3 by to make it become 1? Does anyone know what would I multiply 2/3 by to make it become 1? What would I put down here? Now let's think about it from conversions. What would I put down here to cancel the 2?
2.
2. What would I put up here to cancel the 3?
3.
Holy shit. So what is 2/3 times 3/2? It would be 1. What would you call this with respect to 2/3? 3/2 is the what of 2/3? Anybody remember? 3/2 is the reciprocal. No? Anybody ever heard that before? Reciprocal? Reciprocal just means flip it. That's all it means. That's all reciprocal means. What has anybody ever heard of reciprocate? Which is obviously, I mean,
Yeah.
if you reciprocate somebody's love, doesn't that mean you flip it back to them?
Yeah.
You give the love back, right? All right. Well, so what does that mean for this problem then? If I have any fraction multiplying my variable, all I have to do is multiply both sides by its reciprocal.
Hear the professor. Anyone can hear him?
Sorry?
Oh, I can hear you for 1 minute.
Oh, did I go out for anybody else?
I don't know. I asked. I don't know.
Okay, there you go. It looks like everybody else heard me. I'm sorry. Weird things are happening today. But real quick, does that make sense? If I have a fraction multiplying by my variable and I want to kill this thing, I can multiply by its reciprocal. That'll kill the 3. That'll kill the 2. So I got my x left. Yay! And on this side, how do I deal with this? If I put the 12 over 1, maybe that helps. 2 goes into 12 how many times?
6.
And then I got -6 times 3 is what?
-18.
-18. And what symbol goes in the middle?
Greater than?
No. You were set up for fail. I'm sorry. Did I multiply or divide by a negative number on both sides?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I multiply by positive 3/2. So the symbol does not switch. Be really careful. Just because there's a negative in the problem doesn't mean shit. What did you do? I multiplied by a positive number. So there's no reason for the inequality to flip. It's only if the number I multiply or divide by is negative, then I've got to flip the symbol. Okay, maybe. So inequalities, and then you can draw the number line and do it. So inequalities, solving inequalities are fundamentally the same thing as solving equations, except for this one little thing about negatives you got to be careful about. All right, I'm going to clear all this away. It's going to go away. Here we go. You ready? It is gone. So let me see if they have anything else interesting for us. All right, now watch. How about this? Try to do number 1. Read through this and try to do number 1. So all number one wants you to do is write the inequality, right? So what is the profit? What's the profit?
At least 100.
Okay, that's what I want to be true about the profit. What is the profit?
The profit
Hun-
is negative 245 plus the 0.63 times x.
All right, and I want that. Now I'm going to bring in what I think Wafa said. I want it to be at least $100. What symbol goes here for the English phrase at least?
Less or equal.
No.
No.
More or equal.
Greater.
Yes.
Mhm.
At least means, so if you have to be at least 40 inches tall to ride some ride, could you be 38 inches tall and ride the ride? No. At least means this much or more. So at least would be this. So at least, what is that, Jeff? At least is greater than or equal to. At most is less than or equal to. Because if you can be at most 12 to eat off the kids menu at Denny's, I don't know if that's true, then you can't eat off the kids menu as a Denny's if you're 13 or if you're 48. I don't care how much of a kid at heart you think you are. Okay. I like it. All right, go ahead and solve it. I'll wait. It looks gross. I don't care. You can use a calculator. Go ahead and solve that bad boy. All right. Can somebody tell me what's the first step besides freaking out over this number? What's the first step in solving this inequality?
Plus 245.
Good. Here's my variable. So I want to get rid of the other stuff with it. So I'm going to add 245 to both sides. So I'll get 0.63 because these cancel. Greater than or equal to, because I haven't multiplied or divided by negative numbers. So 345. And then, of course, what's the last step?
Divided by 0.63.
Yeah. And then you go, good thing I got a calculator like I'm supposed to. So what does this come out to be?
547.619, so 6.2.
I like it. And this is a number of snow cones, right? So what can we just go ahead and make that?
548.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So they have to sell at least 548 snow cones to make a profit of at least $100. I like it. Not too bad, right? Isn't that something a business would like to know? Yeah, so inequalities obviously are used all the time. All right, let me clear this away. You guys ready? It's going to go away. Bye. Okay. I think, let me see. Blah, 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 blah. Bunch of crap. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? All right. Let's take a look at the homework real quick, and then we'll call it a day. So they give you, this should look familiar. This is actually that cab ride, I think, from the last section. But now they have an inequality set up. So they give it to you. You got to solve it. Explain what the hell it means. Let's see. Oh, good. And then you have number 5, which is where you have to set up your own inequality and you have to solve it. I like it. And so I think, let me see. Real quick. What if I had an equation like this? An inequality, sorry. What does that mean? Can somebody give me an answer to this?
Yeah, the x between these 2 points.
Good.
Right.
That's the best way to say this. X. So we'll replace X with what it is. The possible answers. That's what X represents. Are between 3 and 5. Do I include 3?
Yes.
Do I include 5?
No.
Exactly. I can tell because I'm not letting it equal 5, but I am letting it equal 3. I like it. Because if I read this way, doesn't it say X is greater than or equal to 3? If I look at it this way, X has got to be bigger than or equal to 3, and it's got to be less than 5, all at the same time. So I think of this as a sandwich, which is what you call a yummy sandwich, is officially known as a sandwich, if you didn't know. So I like to think of this as a sandwich, right? My answers are the jelly, and these are the pieces of bread, or whatever kind of sandwich you like. I don't care. All right, I've gotten too weird. I'm sorry. So how would I graph this thing? This one's kind of nice. It's a sandwich. Put the bread down. You can do it, Jeff. You can even put the number in the middle if you want to. I want to include the 3. I don't want to include the 5 and put the jelly in. Yay. So it's a nice visual sandwich. It's sandwiched in between these 2 possibilities. All right, just in case that comes up in one of the problems, that's how you handle a double-sided inequality. All right. Let me stop. I think that's enough for today. What do you guys think? Yeah, I know. I always end up making at least myself hungry. I have a lot of food analogies. I don't just have Dragon Ball Z analogies. But so you're free to go. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, that's it for today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor.
Anytime. Everybody good? I'm gonna head out. What's up?
Question.
So, yes.
So it's on the 3-3 homework. So my number 2 question doesn't match the number 3 chart. It is
Here we go.
if you're budgeting for like the cab ride and whatnot, and you save
Yeah.
like $18 for your cab ride, it should be 5 miles, but I got 4.96 miles.
Oh, so that's basically 5, isn't it?
Almost, but
So-
not quite.
Yeah, it's so on a graph it's never going to quite match up, but it looks like it should actually be a little more than 5 from what they've drawn.
And that's what I would say. That's what I was looking at. Is it looks like it's a little more than 5.
Ah, okay. So let's see what we get. So if we throw 18 in for C, then what'd you do? You subtract
I
5.1.
subtracted the 5.1 and got 12.9, and then
And of course,
by
okay, so let's see.
2.6.
So I agree with you. It's 4.96. So they're whoever graphed this did not do a good job. It should actually be, it looks like it's a little above. I'm sorry, wait a minute. We're supposed to be looking here. Yeah, so this makes sense actually. Let me restate what I'm thinking because I was just looking at it sideways.
Okay.
5 would be a little above 18, correct? 5 miles would be a little above 18. Is that cool?
Oh, okay.
So what would be exactly 18 is a little below 5. So that answer makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. So I was looking at it kind of sideways the same way you were, but it actually makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so would I have to draw the graph? Because I
What do you
don't
mean?
do it on the same. So I use notebook paper,
Sure.
and I have my textbook. So I have to draw the graph for question 3?
No. You don't have to draw the graph.
Well, it says to draw an arrow to the location.
I know, but you can just describe what you're seeing. That's fine.
Okay.
Or you can draw the graph and put an arrow there if you want to. Sure.
All right. Thank you, Professor.
Sure. All right. How's everybody else? You guys out there? All right. I'm not here anymore. Bye.